Hey guys, welcome back to South 10 Beer Reviews. I'm Tyler. Thank you guys for stopping by. We've got an exciting beer review tonight. This is going to be another beer from Bearded Iris. We do a lot of Bearded Iris around here, mainly because they're from my home state and where I live, about 2 hours away, and I love them. So yeah, this is going to be Ink Drop, and this is an Imperial Stout, coming in at 10%. On the can here, it's kind of cool. It's just like a black, design to it. It says Imperial Stout, maple syrup, vanilla, and lactose. So pretty solid stuff there. This one was canned on June 3rd, so we're going on 2 months. It's an Imperial Stout. There are some other ingredients here that you might want to drink it more fresh, but I feel like these things are going to stand out regardless. So anyway, yeah, Bearded Iris, they don't do a whole lot of stouts. Over the last few years, they've started doing more of them, which is nice. They're always good. So yeah, let's see what this one has in store. Like I said, 10%. So big beer. Big old beer. This one's foaming already. Pouring a nice cola color. It's pouring very thick too. It almost felt like I was pouring like chocolatey syrup into the glass. But anyway, can't see a bit of light through it. Maybe around the edges, it's got a little bit of like a ruby color. Just barely. But anyway, yeah. Comes in nice and dark. 2 fingers worth of a khaki sudsy head. Small bubbles. Yeah, it looks nice. Let's sniff it. Let's sniff it. Yeah, it's nice. It's got a nice rich, like chocolate character. It's got a little bit of a roasted note. Just the slightest bit of a coffee character. It's not brewed with coffee, but I do tend to get coffee out of a lot of stouts. It's just the way the roasted malt comes across sometimes. A little bit of maple syrup in there. A little bit of booze coming through too, which I wasn't expecting. But it does have a slight tinge of booze coming through. Untapped is giving this a 4.09, so solid numbers there. Let's go ahead and taste it. The head is already dropped by like more than half. Let's taste it. It smells nice. Cheers, guys. Wow. That's it's very rich. It's sweet, which was to be expected with the lactose and the maple syrup. Full on mouthfeel. I mean, it's chewy. It's thick. It is syrupy. It's a really full mouthfeel for sure. Again, get more chocolate. Almost, it seems like there's a tinge of milk chocolate, but also like a bitter dark chocolate as well. Seems like I'm picking up on both of those things. The milk chocolate could be more expected with the lactose and the vanilla, I think. And then the bitter chocolate, I guess, with the way the malt character kind of plays with it. So yeah, it's very chocolatey. It's not super maple forward. It's not like, excuse me, it's not just like you're drinking syrup. Like, it's there, but it's in a nice, subtle way that kind of helps it's just melded nicely with the chocolate and the vanilla. Definitely get the vanilla too on the back end. It's got a nice lingering sweetness in there, which you kind of get, or you would expect with a 10% beer. It's the key with this is you're not trying to make this. Yeah, well, some imperial stouts can be more on the bitter side. But this one's more of like an imperial stout slash pastry stout. A lot of the pastry stouts have a nice lingering sweetness on the back end. Some residual sugars left over, so tends to be more sweet. But yeah, it's really nice. It's got a lot going on. A lot of chocolate, a lot of vanilla, syrup, maple syrup. On the first initial sip, I actually get a little bit more of those dark fruit notes that you kind of expect on an imperial stout. Maybe like a plum or raisin or something. That mouthfeel's killer. So it is 10%. It doesn't necessarily drink like it's 10%. You can tell it's a bigger beer. One reason being the residual sweetness, the mouthfeel. It just gives you the hint that it's a little bit bigger beer. If I had to guess, I would have probably put it somewhere around 8.5% as far as how it drinks. There is just, it's not boozy on the palate. When I picked up on a little bit on the booze on the nose, I'm not even noticing that now, especially on the palate. The only thing I can really point out is a little on the back end. There's a slight warming. It's very minimal. You probably won't even notice it. And if you are a seasoned craft beer drinker, you're definitely not going to be bothered by it at all. Actually, erase that. That you're not going to be bothered by it regardless. This is a very easy drinking imperial stout. Especially as sweet as it is, as chocolatey as it is, anybody could find this tasty. It is dangerous, though. At 10%, it's easy. Very easy drinking. So, yeah, guys, that's my 2 cents on the beer. Sum it up. It's very thick, full-bodied, velvety smooth mouthfeel. Front of the palate, you get a little bit of dark fruit, like a raisin or a plum, or maybe even like a slight cherry thing. Middle of the palate, you get more of the chocolate, especially milk chocolate. There's a little bit of bitter sweet chocolate in there as well. And then on the back end, you're getting a nice little hint of that vanilla and maple sweetness. And it kind of just hangs out on the back for a little bit. So, yeah, guys, that's my 2 cents. It's a good beer. Definitely recommend it. If you have had this beer, I would love to hear from you and know what you thought about it. So, yeah, guys, we'll see you guys in the next one. But until then, like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.